everybody. So this video today is going to be about Brian Walshe. I just want to take a peek at his psyche at the time of Anna's disappearance. For those who don't know, she is a woman from Cohasset, Massachusetts, who is missing, is presumed deceased, and her husband Brian Walshe has been arrested for murder. I'm not sure if I mentioned her name, but her name is Anna. And what I also know is that she's 39 years old, and her husband has been caught on video dumping things in garbage bins, also making online searches for things pertaining to the murder, such as how long does it take for a body to decompose, how to get rid of the smell, those sorts of things. He was also caught on camera buying cleaning products more than the average person would purchase. So there's a lot of incriminating evidence against him, but no body, which is also something he searched. I believe he searched something along the lines of, can you be convicted if there's no body? Anyhow, so I'm going to shuffle, and we'll see what happens. I just played back my intro and I said a lot. Sorry guys, I'm too lazy to do another one, so please put up with me. I'm in a lazy mode. First cut, wisdom, base chakra in reverse. So I feel like at the time of the murder, he knew what he was doing was stupid. And he knew that he was making a reckless choice, but he did it anyway. And again, I feel like there's an issue with him with impulse control. Like, he can't control himself. I feel like any whim or idea that he comes up with, he just follows it. Doesn't matter if it's right or it's wrong, he goes with it. Even to his own detriment. I just heard the word self-hate. I feel like, and the reason that he does it is because he has like an intense amount of self-hate. This just flew out of the deck. Love begins. It makes me wonder if there's another woman, or if she had someone else. But you know what? Honestly, I just felt was like she was leaving and he just realized that he loved her, but it was too late. Like, he'd already done too much. It's like, why would you marry? I don't know how long they've been married, but the question I have is, like, you're just now realizing you love her after how long? third eye chakra in reverse and awareness in reverse. Like, this is a person that does not read the signals. It's, yeah, again, going against your better judgment, following every whim, even if it's wrong. Like, this person has no self-awareness. It's like he had signs beforehand that his life was going off track, but he didn't. It's not, I feel like it's not even a choice. It's like there's some kind of, I feel like there's some kind of brain abnormality that prevents him from being self-aware, like reading the signals and signs from others. The feeling I'm getting is he misinterpreted what was actually happening at the time of the murder. And I believe he murdered her. Like, I feel like he thought something was happening, but it wasn't. I feel like he didn't have all the information. The waiting game in reverse and spiritual strength in reverse. Impatient, lack of spirituality, like devoid. These cards just made me feel like this is a person that wanted what he wanted when he wanted it. The feeling is that I'm getting is like he didn't want things to play out. He wanted things to happen now, and they weren't going along with what he wanted. The feeling I'm also getting is like he didn't want to wait for God to work things out for him. But you have to ask yourself, like, why would you murder your wife? You know you're wrecking your life. And he did know that, but he continued. Yeah, look at foundation and achievements in reverse, solitude in reverse. She was definitely leaving him, and he did not want to be alone. Because I feel like he would have had nowhere to live. Like, he had no like financial stability, no money. Like, I feel like she was leaving and he basically was gonna be destitute. I think he figured that he Like she was gonna have it all. She was gonna have the children. She was gonna have a successful life, and he was, gonna be a bum on the street, and he couldn't accept that. The question I've also been asking myself is, why was he with her on New Year's? Like, it's made out to seem like she had quite the social life, so why was she with him? Bottom of the deck, harmony. Top of the deck, deception and envy. Yeah, the relationship was coming to an end, if had not already ended. I feel like he realized that she saw that he was a liar. And that the relationship had been a lie. And then he just started looking at everything that she had that he didn't have, and what she was gonna be and he wasn't gonna be. But I also feel like he also started to feel a sense of like betrayal. Like she was betraying him because she wanted out. Even after everything that he had done. I just heard the vows. She was like dishonoring their vows. Intuition. Passion ignited. I feel like this card here is like he made up these stories in his head about what was going on and what should be and what shouldn't be. But they were like all based on some sort of like fantasy. For instance, that even though he had, put their family like in jeopardy, that she should still remain loyal. Which I don't think that she agreed with. But that was his idea. This card makes me feel like passion ignited. He was pissed. Because she was not living up to his ideal. He knows he messed up with what he did following the murder. I think he was trying to be as clever as possible, But it's like this card makes me feel like he knows he did too many things. Like he went too many places. Um, he, he he did too much. New beginnings. So yeah, because I feel like he realizes or he believes that because he did so much, that is why he's in his predicament. But I also feel like there's an element of like, I'm so smart and I'm not gonna get caught and I'm gonna have a new life after she's gone. Yeah. Prosperity begins. He honestly thought that once she was gone, he was gonna have a good life. Wow. Third eye chakra. I feel like that made me feel like he was stalking her. Like he was spying on her. I'm wondering if he like cloned her phone. There's something about stalking. Like he was watching her, spying on her, listening to her conversations. He knew that things were changing. Yeah, he was definitely watching her. I just heard the word controlling. Extremely controlling. Yeah, this guy is not, I would say like, not well. Like, this card makes me feel like I just heard the word triumphant. Like, even though he's in jail or going to be in jail for maybe the rest of his living days, he feels like he won. It's like she's out of this world, so he won. He's the winner. It's like he would prefer for himself to be in jail and her to be deceased than to have her out in the world living a successful life without him. Discontent and boredom. Yeah, I feel like that is because this card is typically the Four of Cups. So yeah, I mean, he's not extremely thrilled about being in jail, but he's happy that she's not here. I also feel like this card is like there was no one else for him. Like he could not stand the thought of being in this world without her. So that makes me think like maybe there was someone else on her side of the fence. I'm wondering if like she met someone. I but I don't the feeling that I'm getting is like he thought that, but it wasn't true. Because in the first reading, like, she came across very loving towards him still. So I'm wondering if his own insecurities took over. Obstacles and challenges. The feeling I'm getting is like she really truly loved him, but she could not carry on in their life with their children with him behaving like he was. It wasn't, I feel like it wasn't about a lack of loving, it was about safety and security for the children. He was putting them all at risk, and she just, even though she loved him, she could not tolerate. You know what I mean? She could not accept. She could not risk. Obstacles and challenges. Yeah, so he like recognizes the trouble that he is in. But I don't think he feels like he's down for the count. Like he still has he still has hope that he may get away with this murder. Universe. Yeah, there's some. There's a little tinge of fear about judgment, you know what I mean? Like judgment from God. So it's almost like he feels like he committed the ultimate sin. Like to sell, like he sold paintings, I guess, and got busted for it. But to him, he's like, that's minor crime. But to kill, there's a little tinge of, like going over the line. Like what he's done is like, now he's questioning, like, is there a God? What is God gonna do? Should I be scared? That type of thing. Recognition and reward. To me, this is like, he will be punished. And he also feels like, he himself feels like he's busted. But he still has a bit of hope. But he knows he's caught, for sure. And like, at the time of the murder, that, you know what I mean, that was his prime focus, was just not to get busted. I'm gonna do another fast chapter here. So, at the time of the murder, what he did was because he was scared of the future. He was scared of what his life was going to be like without his wife in it. Because I feel like, without a shadow of a doubt, she was leaving him. Like, she had everything in place to leave. Power. And that is what is, he wanted to conquer the fear he was feeling, and the only way to do that was to stop Anna from leaving, and how was the only way he could do that was to kill her. So he did. That was the only way he could exert power over her, because she was in the power position. She was the one with the money. So she was gonna have it all. She was gonna take he felt like she was gonna take everything away from him. The only power that he had in the situation was to murder. So again, that's what he did. Temptation. I just heard the devil made me do it. All these moves that he made after the murder, devil energy. It was, I just heard convinced. It was like negative energy is the one that convinced him to do all these things. It was like driven by like evil energy, and he succumbed to it, and which is now where he finds himself. Like, to be convinced I can't do anything, I'm stuck, this is my fate, I'll never be happy ever again, that is negative energy. Those are lies. That is a lie. Like, he was, it's all lies. He could have moved on with his life even after his wife has left him. He ends up in jail for fraud or whatever the charge is. Like, life can go on, but negative energy will tell you that your fate is sealed, even when it's not. And that is the case here. So, he's driven by his negative choices. And also, like, negative options, you know what I mean? Like, all these, you get my point. Patience. This card makes me feel like it's like the devil gave you all these choices only to put you in a place where you have no choice, right? You're going to jail, you are going to be told when you can eat, where you can go, when you can shower. Your choices are now limited. And that's like the trick, is to get you into a place where you're trapped and you are now in bondage. And that's what's happened to him. Love begins again. The feeling that I'm getting is like you don't love me, so I'll just get rid of you and find someone who does. But I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like she did love him, but he was not acting right. You know what I mean? So basically what he was gonna do is like get rid of her, take everything she built for herself and for her children and for her family, and move on and find someone else. Yeah, partnerships and alliances. Yeah, again, he was watching her, spying on her. I also feel like he was going to use her connections. Like, I feel like she had made some pretty strong connections over the years. So his plan was to take those connections and use them to his own benefit. But I don't. This card just made me feel like this was an afterthought, because I don't think that that was the initial plan. I think he wanted to get her back at first, but she was like, no. And then this was the the afterthought. It was like, okay, no, well then this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of you and have a new life. Throat chakra. That made me feel like he's gonna confess to what he did. I think he might confess. I'll have to wait and see, because I think he might plead guilty. Or confess after the fact. Like, or after he's found guilty, he might confess. Yeah, these two cards just gave me like confession energy. Wondering if he's gonna reveal where her body is. There's something about confession there. Triumphant success. Yeah. These cards make me feel like even though he's in this predicament, he feels like he did the right thing. Or he did this to himself. There's a lot of conflicting energy inside this guy. It's like there's a part of him that feels guilty, but then there's a part of him that feels like successful. There's like a angel devil kind of like dynamic that's going on in him. Mental conflict. Yeah, this guy is in turmoil in jail, I'm telling you. And I think ever since he did this, he's been in turmoil. Like, he doesn't know what to do. And I feel like that's like the devil energy that's going on. The good evil energy that's going on. It's almost like he doesn't know what to feel. It's like he keeps asking himself, like, am I good or am I bad? This guy, honest to goodness, misread his marriage. Like, he was seeing things that were not there because of his own like guilty conscience. Like, I feel like if he had straightened himself up, his wife, I think, would have taken him back. But he just kept on doing things. So I feel like when she said no to him, it wasn't really a no. It was more like a not right now. But he took it as a no and reacted. Again, and I feel like negative energy was like pushing him to like misread all the signals, which is represented here. Like, he was getting his signals crossed. because I feel like she really did love him. She just couldn't accept his behavior. Disruption, yeah. Again, he feels like he has like totally ruined like his life, his connection with the divine. Authority, yeah. Like he knows he's busted. Like I think he knew when he did it that he was gonna get caught. Like this is by no means a mastermind killer, right? This is a man that let his emotions overtake him in the moment. Yeah, because he got his signals crossed in the marriage, and he started to feel betrayed. He started to feel the loss, and he reacted. So instead of, you know, staying positive, taking it day by day, getting his life in order, he did the unthinkable in order to feel instant relief. But the trick of negative energy is there's no relief now. It was not relief, it was pseudo relief. And he really did think he was going to be successful. But I feel like this is also like he tried to get her back and she said no. And I just heard the word seething when I looked at these cards. Like he was watching her, he was watching her move on, he was watching her be successful, he was watching her be happy, and it was just the resentment and the anger and was just growing. But I feel like there's going to be a confession of some sort on his part. Because he knows he's busted. He knows he's going down for the count. And I think he knew that the moment he did it, he knew he was going to get caught. But he tried. So now I feel like in jail he's kind of like wrestling with what is the right thing to do. Yeah, this guy, I feel like just let his emotions overtake him, and he made an unbelievably bad decision. And I feel like he's going to come to a point where he regrets what he's done, for sure. Like this is not I feel like this is not like a killer per se, like maybe a con artist, but not a killer. I feel like the murder was kind of like completely out of character for him. He just, in the moment, just snapped. I just heard alcohol. Maybe because of the alcohol. So I think there may be some past issues here with violence and alcohol in this marriage also. But I'm going to end it here. I hope everyone's fine. I went on for a while. I hope to see you guys next time, and take care.